everybody, welcome back. I'm repping the Mojo Break shirt right here for my guys over at Mojo Break. If you haven't checked them out, go ahead and go check them out now. They are always doing awesome breaks. I met them down at the National. They do giveaways all the time on the Whatnot app. They do the Instagram thing. They're killing it. So go over there and check them out. They're doing big time breaks over there at Mojo Break. So check that out when you get the chance. What I want to talk to you today has nothing to do with cards though. It has to do with LLCs, EINs, and tax IDs. So if you go to set up an EIN or a tax ID, which is what you will need, an EIN is basically an employee identification number. It's your federal tax ID, right? And these are going to be what you need to set up in order to file taxes as a business and also to be able to get tax exempt status within your state. And so these are two things that are IRS things, and they are free for the consumer. To set these up, you just go to the IRS website and ask for an EIN, right? And that gives you an identification number of your business. If you were to run something different than a single member LLC or a sole proprietorship, which at that point you really only just use your social security number. But the EIN, whenever you type that into Google, it pulls up a page that looks very similar to the IRS, and it charges you $200, and you're filling out that information there. And I'm almost positive that that information just transposes right over to the IRS website, where it then does it for free, and then that person collects $200 from you when you were actually the one that filled out that information. All they did was copied and pasted over to the IRS website, and they're probably making a ton of money doing that. And I want to steer people clear of that, because that's not something that you really need to do. Now, when it comes to an LLC, that is something you're going to have to pay for, and I recommend going through InkFile because they were the cheapest, and they file the articles every year for you. They keep up if there's something they need from you, or if there's a payment they need from you, or anything else. They go ahead and contact you and let you know that they need that, and they keep it all in order for you so that you are a legitimate LLC and you are running as a business. Now, an LLC isn't necessarily something that you need to have for an online e-commerce business, but I will tell you that when you're trying to get wholesale accounts, a lot of them are going to look at an LLC as more valid than just a random guy asking for wholesale items that he can sell on Amazon, right? So setting this up as a business is very important if that's where you want to go with it. As far as eBay flipping, I don't think that an LLC is that necessary, because really, as long as you carry business insurance, which I recommend everybody go through the Hartford to get business insurance. It's like $50 a month, gives you $1 million in liability. If some kid orders something from you, and somebody orders something from you and their kid chokes on the toy or something, you could possibly be liable. Now, there's a lot of litigation that would happen there, and maybe you weren't negligent or whatever, you don't know, but the point is you want to steer clear of all of that, right? You just cover yourself with the insurance through the Hartford. So an LLC, like I said, is something that you're definitely going to want to pay for to set up if you're looking to run your thing as a business. But if you're just flipping and making money on the side, you really don't need to. The EIN and the tax ID, the EIN is going to be your federal employee identification number. That's how they identify you as a business through the federal tax system, so that when you file taxes at the end of the year, you can enter that and file your business taxes through a Schedule C or whatever. Now, when it comes to the tax ID, that's going to be a state level thing that you set up. Now, in Pennsylvania, it's called a sales tax license. In other states, it could be called something different, but that is your ticket to not paying tax at the register at any place that you go. Now, of course, Target, they don't take tax exempt, but Walmart takes tax exempt, TJ Maxx, Marshalls take tax exempt. You can go on Walmart online and put it in there, and all your purchases through there are tax exempt. Fanatics is tax exempt. I'm tax exempt through a lot of different places, including your wholesalers, right? And you want to make sure that you have that ability to be tax exempt through them. Otherwise, some of those orders are going to cost you a lot of extra money, and that cuts into your profit margin, right? In Pennsylvania, it's 6%. So it lowers my margin by 6 whole percent. That's a lot, right? So definitely look into getting those things set up. But the main point of this is do not pay somebody to set up that LLC or that tax ID or that EIN. Those two things are free through the IRS and through your state governments. And do not go to that website that charges you to do it, because you're just paying somebody to basically take the information that you're typing into that website and copy it over and put it on another website. And, honestly, that's brilliant. I wish I could charge people $200. In fact, if you need me to set up your EIN or tax ID, I will do it for $150. Just send me a message. I'll set it up for you. and you can give me $150 for it. We can leave it at that. If you think that's a good deal after watching this video, you might want to rewatch it again. If you're into this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe to that page here, because I'm always talking flip life, reselling, selling, e-commerce, making money different ways outside of having a job. And I'm trying to help you guys get that freedom of time that leads to happiness, right? So go ahead and subscribe to this page if you want to see more content like that. If this video was helpful to you, go ahead and like it, share it with a friend, do what you got to do. But in the meantime, keep on flipping.